It is 5:48 in the morning. I have not slept yet, but I'm like wide awake. And I know that I got a really good comment on this video. If I refresh the page, because I checked my phone, 1 comment, 8 views. Wait, why am I going to analytics? Community. Have you made a video about how to be somewhat good at the game, how flexible you have to be with your build ideas, etc.? I have not. And I should, except I'm not the person to do that really. But I like the idea of it. I was playing Skill Legends Royale last night, and I played Oaken Tower, and I finally got into Grandmaster, the highest level of Oaken Tower, playing it off video. Which is funny because on video, I could only get to gold on Oaken Tower. And then 2 days playing it off video, I got to the highest level. I'm curious if I played backpack off camera, if I could get to a higher rank. So what are my thoughts on backpack? 1, I'm better at certain characters than others, which just means that I know like a couple builds that I can make pretty consistently and that they're fairly strong. But sadly, it's hard for me to talk about like anything with builds when I'm at a rank that is well below my level. So this character is at my level, but all the rest of these, if you're playing people who have way less experience with the game, anything I do basically is gonna win. New ranked game. So Mage is my worst character. Or tied for... No, it's worst. Because Adventurer isn't even as bad. So I don't actually know any builds for Mage. So this character's tricky. But luckily, for the first, 8 rounds, I would say, you don't actually have to know a build. At the most, you could be starting to prepare for a build. If we go to items... I don't even know how to sort these things. So we're going to click off all of the characters except for Mage. And then we're going to go class items only. What I want to see is what my choices are. So choices. 1, there's too much information for me to analyze all of it. If you were really good, like beyond my level at the game, then you would be very familiar with what each of these items do and builds that work with them. Since I'm not, I just am kind of aware that this one's tricky to use well. This one takes up a lot of space, but it wants you to have gems, and it's kind of like an econ defensive thing. I don't like it. This one just wants you to have mana. That's easy. I can do mana all day. This one wants you to have a lot of buffs. I could end up with a lot of buffs. But I don't know if I've ever built this. Seen in shop twice. I've never once taken it. So it's difficult for me to give advice on this game when I've never even used this item. Never tried it once. This one, I've tried it 3 times. It seems okay. The weird thing is I mostly just ignore all of the things about it. And I just treat it as it's a really good potion, I guess. I don't know. But with a different character that I'm familiar with, I would try and keep these in mind and build towards something. But for this character, I just say I'm going to try and get a lot of buffs and I'm going to try and get mana. And that's it. And I'm going to try to find something strong. This is usually not strong. Oh, so one of the things about this game is being able to identify things that are strong early. Because it really helps you, between this round and round 8. So this pan is actually super strong with this crystal. It's not strong after round 8. If we hit Alt twice, this does 9 to 11 damage, and it doesn't use that much stamina. 5 damage per second. That's enough to win rounds 2, 3, and 4. So it's nice to know. The first round is basically a 50-50, but after the first round, we've already won it. Items inside trigger slowly. Then they go faster. And I could do poison food things because that's what that item does, but I'm mostly ignoring that. Could take this. This is strong with 2 weapons. We happen to have 2 weapons. And I could craft a different weapon, but we already know that there are mana things you can do. So mana things want this. Or like lots of buffs. This is one of the items that works with lots of buffs. This is an item that could work towards mana things. This is an economy item, but 5 gold is a lot of money. We're limited in gold early. A thing to be aware of in this game is that the most basic items are the most gold efficient, kind of. They do the most for the same amount of gold. So like this does the same amount as piggy bank basically, but it costs almost twice as much. It does a little bit more, but not twice as much as a piggy bank. This purple gem is not cost effective, but getting a weapon is worth it. Weapons are valuable. I'm taking this, but it doesn't do anything for me for right now. How do I get this so that it hits both weapons? This bag is also just a pain. It's not a big deal, but it's a hassle. That could just go inside the pan. It doesn't matter, there's not enough time in the first rounds for fatigue to do anything, because we only have 25 HP. So, the round is going to be over very quick. God, if I wanted to, I could go economy right now. Could take the broom, but it's a full price broom, and we've already got a weapon. We've kind of got 2 weapons. Maybe I should have taken this. Start the battle. I still have 4 gold, which I could spend, but I've already got my solution to the next 2 rounds. And every round that you wait, items get better and better, kind of. Hey, 50-50. We won the coin toss. The first round really is basically a coin toss, most of the time. It's over fairly quick. And it just depends, did you get something really good or did you not? And really, even before I started the game, there was a decision I made. I made a decision to go to random, which gives you this star. But if you're trying to actually be good at the game, you should probably just play one character a bunch. So you would not go random. Probably. This bag. This bag gives a benefit, but only if I have healing, which I don't currently. Worth taking. Do I plan to go healing later? If I had potions, I could. There is regen here. There are a lot of new things that work with regen. For the most part, it's just really expensive, unless you plan on going vamp. And we get extra benefit from foods right now. What does this bag do? Things go slow at first, and then they go super fast. Okay. So the benefit is, whenever this food goes off, we inflict a poison, which is kind of good. The weird thing now is this weapon isn't really worth the stamina, but we're fine. We don't need that much stamina. Right now, we use 1.4 per second, except I don't really want to speed up this sword. Okay, so we're just using it for +1 damage, but I could have done that with just the whetstone. I don't need the sword for that. Pig. Pig pays for itself in 1 round, unlike that box of riches that takes a couple rounds. Well, box of riches sells back for how much? For 3. So I guess it only takes 2 rounds to pay for itself. This one, though, it's already basically paid for itself. Rock doesn't do much. Could remove a tiny bit of armor. It's mostly going to miss. The worry with the rock is that the opponent has a broom, because a broom is good early. And if you miss, the broom does extra damage. So it can actually lose you. Yeah, like right now. When we miss, let's look for if we missed. We just missed. They did +2 damage because we missed. Didn't matter, because I've got this pan. And this pan does damage. Damage 4.1 per second. Just enough to put me ahead of them. Crap. Alright, so this one's decent. The reason this one is decent is because it costs 3 gold. God, I cannot speak. I should not have came and recorded. I don't know. I should be trying to sleep. I did not feel like sleeping, though. So when you buy this, you get a whetstone that sells for 2. So this would sell back for 3, and it would make you 2 gold. So it's kind of an economy item, and it's really good with crafted items. I have 2 of those. Sadly, False Life is broken. False Life works with so many things. It's just good. Bam. It's always False Life. And I even have a darkness item that lights up a star on False Life. So False Life makes it so that this is even better than usual. This one gives max health. 8 max health plus 3 for each spell. I don't even pay attention to the spell part. The main thing is it gives 8 max health as long as you have 1 mana. This gives mana a third of the time. But as soon as you get 1 luck, 1 regen, then it prints mana every single time. Because you're using up mana with this. And that... does it count as healing? No. I don't believe that it counts as healing, so it doesn't have to be in this bag. But we get extra max health from this. This... normally I don't like shell that much, but if I'm doing healing things, I like it a little bit more. Really, I could go Shell Totem. Shell Totem drinks stamina, and it prints him power. Nah, I'm good. Do I want the shell? Oh, I could make a Shelly. A Shelly is a massive heal. It's really slow, but it's a really big heal, which is really good with False Life. I'm gonna take it. Weird. Taking it just for the Shelly, and because I'm a little bit ahead right now. I don't need a second red bag, but it's on sale. So this book, Inflicting Frost, is way better late game than it is early, just because slowing down the opponent early doesn't do that much to them. You can't get enough frost on them. I don't know, it's just not that good. And it's full price. If items are on sale, then you consider them a lot more heavily. What does this do? Other than take up 4 space, which is a ton of space. So with stars, common items, it gives a lot of armor. Ooh. Technically, that could be 4 armor, and it only needs 1 rare item to give 3 mana, which is enough mana to get me some max HP. And this is only 5 gold, surprisingly. And then what else does it do? For epic ones, it reduces effect damage taken. Nobody really cares. Darn. I didn't really want to try and get that, especially since it's not on sale, but I do kind of want this. Okay, start the battle. Part of the reason I don't really want it is because it looks like a pain to position. Shelly is a massive heal. So, after 11 seconds, they will full heal. Unless they're dead, which they are. That's one of the reasons. Ooh, this one would be really strong with this one. They don't have the star, they didn't random. Star is really good with uniquely unique. Just because it's another free unique, and it doesn't count against your unique count. So garlic has more value than usual because of the pan. Oh, this thing's gonna be such a hassle to position. Alright, let's figure it out. Especially, I want to speed things up too. You don't have an activation, it's just the start of battle. Wow, that is a little bit weird. Okay. So, it wants 1 rare item. My only rare item right now This is legendary. It doesn't even want a legendary. Wait, do I not own a rare? Maybe I should have checked that first. This is an epic. This is common. Everything is crap. All right. 20 armor. Could get more than 20 armor. Bam, 30 armor. Could get more than 30 armor. All right, let's get more than 30 armor. Bam, 40 armor. But the mana was what I actually wanted. This one has a bunch of stars. Four stars. 2 stars. Healing bag, healing bag. Do I want to try and get another star on this? No. The only other star I have is this one. We're fine. Do I want to roll, or do I want to look for something more expensive? The main thing I want to see is bags. You usually see a bag every other roll. Bags are a decent thing, in my mind, to spend your money on early if you're already strong enough, just because you know you're going to need them later. There's other things you're going to want to buy later. It's just decent. But this makes me a lot stronger. Kind of. So, we can definitely take blueberry. We could take this. Ooh, another red bag is getting a little bit excessive. So the main thought right now is I don't actually need this sword. I don't actually need this stone. So total value for the two of these is 5 gold. This would give me a bunch of HP. Bunch of HP is kind of more valuable. But also I don't want to figure out positioning them. Because the real answer is they both want to be in this Tetris bag, which means this wants to be positioned some other way. I don't want to do this. Could just buy it. I really wish I could buy this plus the blueberry. We'll buy the blueberry first. I'm getting rid of the sword. Could take a dagger, but only if I have like some build with daggers in mind. And for this character, I really don't. Unless it was mana daggers, maybe? But mana daggers are not very good. They just drink mana. Doesn't really appeal to me. I already have things that'll drink mana. Why didn't I buy this? I don't know. Could buy a banana, but it's tough to fit. I do have this whole bag. Could do it. The thing is, I don't need the banana, but it only costs me 1 gold to buy it and then sell it back. I really don't need it. I don't want it. But I don't really want the rock either. We're fine. The reason to keep the rock would be if I was going to do Empower or if I was going to try and make a stone golem. But I'm not really trying to do either of those. Pickle Jesus. Or if I was going to do a stone potion and try and upgrade it. Technically, I still could do that if I run into like a steel amulet. Keeping your options open is kind of important, especially like this character. I'm so unfamiliar with it that I kind of just take things that are strong. Crap. This item is the biggest bait and costs me more losses than like anything else. It's amazing though if you're not building with weapons. Is it amazing? I mean, it's okay. Pretty good. It's a 1-second activator. And it speeds up your slowest item. It's really good. But if you build like a Shelly with this, then all it's going to do is sit there and go off on the Shelly. Still amazing. I'm going to take it, but it's stupid. And I lose every time I take it. I think it's just a very difficult item to use well. Which is tricky when something is really strong. Alright, we could use a little bit more mana, especially if we have Time Dilator. Alright, because the Time Dilator will slow down the slower things, which are these books, before it'll oh, I can speed up Time Dilator. That's kind of wild. But also speeding up these books would be nice. Now I don't want the well, you kind of do. So Time Dilator wants you to only have important items. So these foods are not really important. This pan, right now it's important, but later it's not. I have to think about that, especially since I have False Life. So anything that heals has extra value, and it's hitting False Life a bunch. False Life wants a star. Normally it doesn't matter because this goes off pretty slow, but it's being sped up, so it matters a little bit more. And all I had to do was move it. Sadly, it doesn't really matter how much I optimize because we're playing in low gold. So I can do whatever I want. Stamina potion, not really something I want. This one is a little bit questionable. So there is extra value to things that don't use, or that don't have cooldowns, like this shield. Amulets are usually pretty strong, and they can give a build direction. Like, an amulet can be good enough to build around it. Amulet of Feasting is not what I was hoping for. Oh, now I know what build I'm doing, but it's stupid. So, Golden Pan is a stupid build, and all it does is drink mana. That's it. But it really wants to be sped up. It's not good with Time Dilator. But we basically just forget that we have this. The nice thing is, Golden Pan is weak right now. Like rounds 6 through 12, I would say. But this is really strong right now. And this is really strong right now. So those items can carry me long enough to make it happen. And I already got the food amulet. So I got both the pieces that I need. Now it's just mana. And a pan. Do I need this? No. Alright, start the battle. So now I'm looking for a mana orb, which is an epic, and a pan. To get an epic is a little bit tricky. We'll get it. Holy, we just got destroyed. So they have a massive amount of damage. They have Knife to Meet You with pretty good cooldown because there are 3 daggers. They have this sword, they have damage, and they have armor. So this is when this weapon will start to fall off a bit. But that's okay, we're gonna get the Golden Pan to go with it. I would have started doing more damage soon, crap. This bag works pretty well with this pan. No, don't give me 2 of them. We're not trying to build around this pan. We're not. So whenever the food activates, this one inflicts a debuff. These ones give you a 25% chance to duplicate the debuff, so now I have a 50% chance. And my foods go extra fast. Weird. And another darkness item, and this one likes darkness. I don't even know what this book does. It uses my health to gain mana and inflict blind. So I could put this across 2 of the bags for a chance to inflict 2 blind. No deal. I like Dragon Egg, but I can't take it with this build. It uses too much space. Food takes up a ton of space, so does Pan. Golden Pan takes up 4 space. What about this? Uses mana. Nah, I don't want that. But it's a 0 stamina, or 0 cooldown item. This one's really good. Uses 1 mana to gain 20 maximum health, and more for nature. It's a good item. But I'm supposed to be looking for the pan, and, for what else? For mana. This is another option. You can make Thorn Bloom, but only if you're going to be printing in power. Nah. Could do it. No, there's a cat on sale. Cats give you sale chance, and they only cost 5 gold when they're on sale. And that resist crit hits starts becoming good around round 8. Just because that's when, like, rangers start to pick up the crit amulets. That's when people get their class items. Yeah. So the cat, like, this is the earliest that I would want to take one. But it doesn't speed up much, except that it does speed up Time Dilator. I don't know, it also speeds up False Life. God, False Life is a 7-second cooldown. That's a long cooldown. I should move this over here, but it gave extra healing in that. Oh, do you do extra healing? You do. You heal for 20% of maximum health once. Crap. That means that this one really wants to go in those red bags. It does. But it also wants the stars, as does this stupid hat. Why did I buy this stupid hat? Because in theory it makes sense. In practice, this thing is a pain. Alright, I'm gonna pause, rearrange the bag, and be right back. Alright, so taking a little bit of time to rearrange the bag makes it so that after, how many seconds is it? I need to look at this bag. After 5 seconds, all of these items are going to speed up a bunch. That's especially important for False Life. Ideally, we would speed up the Badger as well, but that's okay. It's in a double healing bag. So, before I die, the first time my health drops below 50%, this thing should give me a pretty big heal. Why do I have this? Who knows? I have this to make a golden pan, but that's looking less and less appealing as time passes without finding it. What about this one? It's space, but it's 3 space for 5 gold, and I don't need stamina. Skip it. God, why do I want this cat? Who knows? The cat is like a barely take. It's really good late game. Time Dilator is just gonna keep going off on False Life. That's it. That's all it does. But that's fine. We get the kill. So I did not think through what I'm actually doing. Probably should have. This one sounds pretty good. Start a battle, reduce damage taken by a bunch. And I already have a pet. And this allows me to have even more spirit companions, plus I've never taken it before, and most importantly, it's on sale. Alright, we'll do it. Look at that, I've already got a pet. We could go double corrupted crystal. So this class does not really have any synergies with debuffs, so you don't want to keep this. Really, this is the point when I should be hitting a panic button. This could be a panic button. But I don't have a backup plan. So the things that keep me from hitting this are that I do have this, and I do have this. So I still could do food things. But I could also just hit the panic button. Panic button is looking pretty good to me. I would still have max HP. What does max HP do for me? I could still keep the blueberry. Screw it. Panic button. So, now, I do want to hit this cat, because the cat is worth a bunch of gold. Even though it might be amazing for me. It's a bunch of gold. Is this smart to do? No. I also want to hit this. I kind of want to hit that hat. Hat is a pain. I don't like it. Oh, but it's also a pain to move over here. That is true. Let's move this over here. This right here. That over here. Ah, but right now it's not getting any stars. How much do I care about that? A little bit? Not at all. Full pivot. I'm going to take this for the badger. Good job, badger. I still have gold. What if I see something that changes my mind? Heart container's pretty good. It's also worth a lot of gold if I go recombobulate it. Huh. It is. But it's also difficult to fit. Do I have regen? No. Can I get regen? This one gives a small amount of regen. In general, we get a lot of buffs. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to keep this reserved. Or I could sell something and buy it right now. Maybe I do that. Purple bag. God, the purple bags are so bad on this character. Wait, what does the epic do? Reduces... Nobody cares about effect damage? Alright. So, if nobody cares about effect damage, then what? I want that heart. Do it. Start the battle. Alright, I'm guessing we'll still win this round, but after this... So luckily, it's an opponent that only has 4 crafted items. And really, they're only using 3 crafted items. They had 5. No! They have this as well. Why aren't they lighting up their stars? They did use the shield. But they could be using these 2 weapons. Oh, they could at least be using this. All they have to do is turn it sideways. They are not positioning things well. Weird build. It's kind of cool, though. Spectral Dagger Anvil. With mana. Alright, we're going to see what we get. So this thing rerolls everything. It's important to realize, like, once you're hitting a dead end... So this is around the time I needed to be making that golden pan. So it's... Oh, I wanted to reroll this, too. It's fine. It works with the blueberry. It would work with a cupcake. We can buy an owl. So now I could do Thornbloom because I don't have a weapon. Could actually do this. Weird. That's a really expensive item. I would not normally make this, but I do have 2 debuff bags. The problem is, if it's an opponent that doesn't debuff me, then this doesn't do anything. I mean, it gives 85 armor. The main thing I could do with this is I can make a prismatic sword. And prismatic sword kind of likes having something that is both holy and dark, and this makes holy items gain darkness. So, prismatic sword would want this. And, in the meantime, I could use this one. Why? Because I gain extra max HP. And what else am I doing? So the mana is still useful. I don't know how much I care about the blueberry. I guess I care about it more with this. I don't care about the garlic almost at all, except that it can remove vampire. What is the chance? 30% chance. Starting to think about the time dilator again. And maybe I just ignore that. This one. 17% chance to duplicate buffs that they gain. And it uses mana to make mana. I mean, I guess I take it? Huh. Weird. Do I want to be speeding up that Thornbloom? Almost certainly. But do I actually want to figure it out? No. Alright, so the Thorn Bloom wants to go like this. This armor wants to go like that, except that armor also wants to see this one. Which means everything's going to be a pain. That's the problem with this bag. Alright, figure it out. Am I rearranging everything again? No, that fits. This kind of fits. I can turn everything sideways. The more you play the game, the more you get used to recognizing, except for with these new Tetris bags, but like things that you can do with the bags, which does simplify it a little bit. I don't need this. Gone. I don't really want this, but it goes faster for each dark item. Inflict blind on yourself. Wait, maybe I do actually want this. Oh, weird. Because I have the corrupted armor, I do actually want this. Every 3 seconds, trigger. Star items trigger 10% faster. Inflict 1 blind to yourself up to 10 times. Weird. That is really weird to me. So it does want to be in the purple bags, but it also wants to go see this weapon, I think. Oh, and it really wants to see where's Time Dilator. This one. Ooh, so every time this goes off, it makes this one go 10% faster. No. Yes. Huh. No. Yes. I've never actually used this one. It is every 3 seconds. It makes this one go faster, this one go faster, this one go faster. It's kind of amazing. Kind of. There's another star. If I could use that other star to also speed up this, that would be kind of cool. This one wants to go see this one. But it also wants to be in range of this. This one wants to be in both of the healing bags. Yeah, it's all a pain. Alright, figure it out. Okay, so this one wants to see nature. I don't have too much nature, but a little bit. Noticeably, these ones do have cooldowns until they get thrown, then they stop eating Time Dilator cooldown things. Is it better to have this affect Time Dilator or to have it in this puzzle box? I think this is good. So this badger would like to see even more stuff. Too bad. You can see a blueberry. I also have a bird. The bird speeds up everything else. Alright, we can do a bird. And this one. This is a dark item. Interesting. This is a holy item, so it would rather be the one that's next to the armor. Got it. And I was thinking about the prismatic sword. And what about this one? Uses regen to gain luck and spikes. It's okay. Pig. And pig. So the next things that I would want, kind of want the snowballs because there are enemies like me that gain max HP and that hard counters those. This cap counters early damage. So does this armor. This one is on sale. No. Okay, why do I want this one? Because I don't know. It depends. Am I planning on making prismatic sword, or do I want to look for rapier? If I find fancy fencing rapier, then this is kind of enough for it. And it's a bag. It being a bag might be enough for me. Okay. What am I doing with this? Because it's just going to eat more of my time dilator. Too bad. I have mana because of this one. Kind of want that to see this. Fine. Do I want to reserve this cap? Nope. So I would reserve the cap if I already felt like I was in really good shape, but I'm not. They have damage. They have lots of damage. They have the ability to crit. Except their luck is getting used up or removed. What is removing their luck? Is that me? Oh, the bird. Bird is removing their luck. Sweet. Time dilator is down to a 0.53 second cooldown. This one, 0.81 seconds, so I am using too much stamina. 2.5 per second. Way too much stamina. This, not all that good. This one's okay. This one's amazing. Except it's not so... No, it is amazing. I thought it had a long cooldown. It does not. It just says fatigue starts 5 seconds earlier. That's what I'm taking. When you're gaining max HP, which this gains... Right now, the Thornbloom gains, this gains, and any healing gains. Then this is just a massive heal, or a massive increase. And it would work with Moon Shield or Moon Armor, but those are expensive. What about this one? Doesn't do much for me. I'm not really focused on my weapon. We'll see. No, quit giving me. Stop. I mean, it's kind of good. 1, it would work with this scroll. 2, it could work with this armor. I just don't want to rearrange. It does work with the armor. I really don't want to rearrange this. Really don't want to. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't want to do it. Alright, we got there, except there are holes. Holes are a pain. Nobody uses buffs? This one could use buffs. Technically it can. Fine. And the owl likes to see it. That's fine. This one wants to be in 2 healing bags, and it wants to see nature. Alright, that'll work. I have to decide on the foods. I guess the foods are fine. This one. Oh, this one gains a bunch of buffs, right? I knew that. Totally knew that. What about Stone Skin Potion? So I could make the Strong Stone Skin Potion, but I'm not doing anything with that. Nah. Just roll. What am I looking for? I was thinking about making a Shelly, but it would just absorb all of the Time Eater hits. It would be a massive heal, though. Is it worth it? It might be. Nah. I thought about it. Nope. It's weird to speed up this more. God, quit giving me the debuff bags, especially because I could actually still use them. I hate it. No. I'm not trying to debuff that much, but speeding this up is weird. I really needed that scroll that whenever I use stamina, it generates stamina. No, none of these. It could be this, just because I have this one refund bag. Could be. It's not. But it's not. Alright, what do I want to change? Nothing. There are probably things to change right now. God, this is such a bad build. It's all over the place. What about a genie lamp? What about a second badger? Genie lamp. I don't gain armor, but it just gives a lot of buffs. It's a quick activator. And it's on sale. It's a mana item. I think I'm going to say no. But what about second badger? Again, I'm probably going to say no, but I don't know. Maybe it's good. No, it probably is good. I'll take it. Start the battle. Could have sold something to buy it. The main reason not to take it is just that I don't want to think about positioning. What does this do? Oh no, this is eating the time dilator buffs. Oh, that's so painful because I don't want this to go off early. And we're about to lose to me, but stronger. Oh, I could be making these. That's what I should be doing. We're not going to lose, but we looked like we were going to lose. They're getting so much more in power than me. We are going to lose. In large part because I did not have enough stamina. Very large part. Okay, so I kind of forgot that these print in power. Okay. That changes my feelings on things, but we also got a rapier. Yeah, I think I'm just going rapier. So this would be strong. It is strong, but we just saw it's hard to get the stamina for it. I could do it, but there's a rapier. Rapier is like the stupidest way to win games, and I love it. It just does a lot of damage, and it scales itself, and it's quick, and it doesn't use that much stamina, and it doesn't rely on anything else. But you can support it with other things, like an owl, and like a puzzle bag of energy. Okay, good enough for me. It does want to be sped up by this, and it will be. I'm going to have to figure out these bags. That's going to be a hassle. Put that right there for right now. So this one goes like that. Cool. Owl really wants to see the sword now. This one gives more buffs. This one. What am I doing with this one? Wants to be across 3 of the debuff bags. Alright. Where's False Life? False Life is right here, but it wants to see this armor. Scroll. Scroll is weird. Scroll is really weird. Huh. Just trying to think if there's another item to speed up. There kind of is. Time dilator. Thinking about it. This one, every 2.4 seconds, cleanse a debuff. If you have no debuffs, heal for 8. This could just be a big heal. It's a fast activator. It's on sale. Sure. And we have False Life. Take it. What am I doing with the bird? The bird is hitting Time Dilator. That's nice. Yeah, I can't believe this stupid Time Dilator is hitting the spirit bells. That's painful. I don't want this anymore. You're gone. This one. I don't really want this too much, but whatever. We'll take it. So this wants to see nature items. I could just get rid of all of the junk and only have time dilator and the important things. Which ones are important, though? I have no idea what's important. This one. It would be important for my bags not to be a mess. The bags are a mess because puzzle bags are a pain. This square bag. I really want to get the square bag in. In order to do that. Do I need it? I guess I don't. Fine. Why am I putting these in? Do I even have enough mana for them? Yeah, I probably do with the owl. Yeah, I think I do. And, no, I only have one owl. God, another square bag, but they're so hard to fit, but it's on sale. This would have handled my stamina problems. And it still might. What is the scroll that it upgrades to? No. This one, wait, use every 2.5 seconds, use 1 mana to cleanse 3 debuffs. If you have no debuffs, print crap. I saw the luck, and I kind of wanted it, but it's not very good. Okay, go away. There we go. I wouldn't mind getting rid of a pig. Really, I want this. I just don't know where to put it. Can always buy it because you'll see a puzzle bag. A lot of the time, 75% chance. So if I move this, then what? Then I could ditch a pig. Then if I sold this and I sold this, then this fits. Now, how do I fit the pig back in? Like that. Good enough? Do not combine. Alright, so we should be good with stamina, even if I speed this up a good amount. And we are going to be speeding it up. We are fighting Lord. So to start, it's like a 2-second cooldown, which is super slow, but after 5 seconds, now it's a 0.84. It's going to go super speed. 0.61. And they're dead. They're dead, and we have tons of HP, and we didn't honk at all. Because stamina per second, 1.3, but this one gives more stamina. Another owl. Alright, so the owls are really good with this thing. Are they, though? It would be way better if it was easy to position. Fine. What else? Darkness Crystal. Darkness Crystal would get a lot of buffs from Time Dilator. Nope. This one. For what? For space, but I really need the small square bags. Like, really, really. This one's actually really good. Wait, I could get another Darkness Scroll. Oh, no. If I could get a second one to hit that sword, which I could, it wouldn't be hitting the armor. I don't know if I need to go that fast, but who cares about what I need? That looks fun to me. That's what I want. So now, am I still thinking about doing the prismatic sword? No. I could, I don't need to. We're good. We solved the game, maybe. So from this point, I was just looking for one of these would be amazing. God, I don't want to optimize it. I need to put it in place of the puzzle bag because there's no reason to have this be slow for the first 5 seconds. I'm going to need to redo my bag. What is the plan? Really, I could get rid of Time Dilator. Ooh, that is the answer. Is it? Keep it. Start the battle. We're on round 12 with 4 hearts left, so I have tons of hearts. They have 2 shields, which will actually mess with my stamina. And they have 2 caps, and they have Power of the Moon, and they have shielded, but it's only hitting one of the 2 shields. And they're doing poison, which is going to mess with me a little bit. And they are dead. But I was honking. What is the cooldown? 0.44. Basically, this weapon can solo carry if you just speed it up enough. And if you get it a little bit of extra luck, which this gets it extra. This could get it even more. And it does. So now we refund 75% of the luck. And we generate extra. So, yeah, it's gonna go crazy. So all I want to do is speed it up as much as possible, which really does mean... I should just get rid of this. Start of battle, reduce damage taken for 3 seconds, but it also eats my time dilator. So my thought is we just full build around time dilator, but I can't even do that anyways. It's fine. Everything is fine. Except for this bag. I don't have a single armor bag yet. That makes this such a hassle. Okay. It really is a pain. These darkness everything's a pain. So this would like to go like this. This doesn't fit. The darkness bags do almost. Almost. Kind of. Darkness. Ah, it almost fits. So, I really want this to go right here. I guess that works. These 2 reds. What am I doing with the reds? We're trying to get the badgers in them, I think. There's another red on sale, and there's a chance we see another yellow? No. But increased duration. Increased duration of what? Of this one. Start of battle. Reduce damage taken by 30% for 2 seconds. Plus 1 second for each distinct pet. Kinda good. No, stop. I can't do this. My brain can't handle it. It's too much. It's too much. If I had armor bags, it wouldn't be so bad, but the problem is I'm going to set all of this up, and then I'm going to have to go buy that. It's too much. I can't handle it. All right. Sometimes you just have to come to terms with the fact that you can't handle it. So what am I doing? Selling this, selling something else. Probably the pig. Goodbye, pig. Buying this. Why? Because I don't want to solve it again later. So we're gonna solve it now, which means... Means what? Means that these are gonna be a pain. They are a pain. I liked my purples all being near each other. The reds aren't as important to me. Alright, the purples. Yeah, the purple was kind of important to me. Why? Because of this armor. Yeah, but why do I even care about debuffs? Because I'm doing the blind thing. So stupid. This one wants increased time, which means it wants to see all of the pets, which means that everything's going to be a pain. That is a lot of time. How much time? So this is 2 seconds plus another 4 seconds. So 6 seconds, and it's being increased by how much? The duration is being increased by 60%. Oh, it's only every unique pet. You don't need to see all of them. Got it. Got it. So next up, where are those darkness scrolls? These are important to me. And they're a pain. Okay. They're important because I want them to hit that sword. Alright, let's figure this out. So, ooh, and they can hit each other. Kind of interesting. This one. What is that devouring sphere? This thing. Every 2.5 seconds, gain 1 vampire and deal 10 effect damage with 100% lifesteal. Kind of good, actually. Ooh, I wonder if I want that. I don't know. So next, this would like to be in a healing bag, but he also wants to see darkness items. This wants to be over here. This wants to be pointing at the sword. The bird. The bird is weird and good. Weird and good. Both of those. Ooh, and it's speeding up the bird. Okay, I like that. These don't fit well. Healing bags were not meant to be. This one does not do much, but it does. This one, I don't need it. The foods, I don't think I need them. Do I need this one? We have the owls. The owls use mana to gain mana. How do I get the first mana from this? Could use the blueberry. Fine. These books are so stupid. What am I doing with the books? Right, they like to see scrolls. I knew that. They use up mana, so it's not bad to get them in this yellow bag. This also uses up mana. Another book. I don't really need this many of them. Book can go over here. This one, I don't need that. This pig, I guess it fits. This scroll. What am I doing with the scroll? Don't know. The scroll doesn't need to do much. Put it over here. Oh, but it's a light item, so it would like to see this. Okay. What else? This one is a light item. So this could go over here. This could go back over here because then it gets sped up. This one, I'm just going to sell it. Am I? Yep. Sell it, sell it, sell it. These ones are nature items for you or for you. One of these could move. Either of them could move. If I move you, does that make things easier? A little bit. We're speeding up a rock. Okay, instead of that, I could speed up a badger. But the badger wants stars. All right, the badger has stars. What else? I think that's like everything. For right now, at least. Good enough for me. Still have money. Hey, it's one of the bags that I wanted. The weird thing is, right now, with 2 of these refund bags and with an energy amulet, it's kind of almost worth getting 2 rapiers. I don't need another of these. We're good. Start the battle. Still have 4 gold. Could spend it, but I'm pretty happy. Hey, they have the same weapon. Theirs is going to be faster at first, 1.15, but then it's much slower now. And for the rest of the fight. They have more defense than me. They have more heat than me. But Their weapon doesn't go as fast, and they're not gaining massive amounts of HP. So yeah, one of the things is just being able to identify that, like, False Life goes crazy with max HP. This doesn't do much, but it is heat. I don't even really want to point it at the weapon, because I like the on miss generate luck. True. What about this one? No. Prismatic Orb. Prismatic Orb is a way to spend some money. Right now I have money. I just don't know what it does, and all it would do is eat time dilator things. But that's true of this, too. All this does is give me 2 heat. It's so crappy. Sell it. This one. Why? I don't even know what else I want. Switch to lightsaber. Nope. Cupcake? So Cupcake gives you 2 of the buff of the type which you have the most of, which would just be mana. Nope. Would it? I think it's mana. I have not been paying attention. I don't even want to figure out how to speed something up right now. I really don't. Can I get this to go across 3 bags without it being a pain? Almost. But I don't get to speed it up. So no. It would be a pain. 2 bags. What if this was like, I can't do that. Let's leave it. I do want to speed this up, though. Speed it up. Oh, right. Holy items are good. This one uses mana to gain regen. Why do I want regen? And it heals for 12. Okay, healing for 12 is enough in my mind. Is it? I'm going to say yes. Do I have mana issues? Not really. Do I still want that? I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what I want at this point. What I want is what? I feel like I should have more little holy items. You're a darkness item. You would like to go right there. But it also wants to be sped up. I don't need another badger. We're fine. I don't. I really don't. What else? That's it. I just want to end the game. This one. So that finishes my space. I could buy this. Do it. Start the battle. Could take the coal just because we have empty gem sockets. I should have taken the coal, really. Speed it up. I win against most opponents, unless they have a real build. Why do I win? Because of False Life. Really, this is the reason. And puzzle bags with rapier, but that's kind of slow. Kind of. Alright. This one, this one. No. Items inside have 20% chance to duplicate the buffs that they gain. I don't like playing Mage. That's it. It's too much. Especially not at low rank, because I should be taking this. I really should. For what? I don't even know what for. But I know that I should be duplicating the buffs that something gives. Probably what? I don't even know. I have no idea. But something. Who gives buffs? Oh, this thing. I could have made the prismatic version of this and it would have gone crazy. Don't need it. I don't need this either, though. So the reason that I really should take it is I got this bag, so now there's no excuse. Except that I'm lazy. That's it, I'm lazy. I am. I don't want to figure it out. It's doable, I don't want to do it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Crown. I have excess mana, I'm pretty sure. Crown would be good. But again, I don't need it. I really don't need it. It's a quick heal. It's holy. Maybe I take it because it's holy. Fine. Really don't need it. What else? Snowman. Alright, start the battle. So like right now, one of the important things is being able to recognize that there isn't much that actually adds value to this. Anything that gives me defense at the start before I get ramped up. So like this cap. Snowballs. Any of those things. So Snowball would help against this build because they are gaining max HP. Are they gaining as quick as me? No. Which is weird because they have way more Empower. And they have this prismatic wand, which is a thing that I could have made. And they're making a second one. Like, this is a real build, almost. But they have a lot of defense at the start, which kind of helps me. I'm just printing mana, which doesn't do anything. I guess I could take a mana orb? I don't know. For what? I need this bag, but I don't. I need it because square bag doesn't do anything. I don't. So what I should be doing is putting this healing bag over by the badger. But to do that is such a hassle. I don't want to. So this one is an item that actually gives me value. Bam. Snowball actually gives me value. So we were able to get value out of 7 plus 8, 15 gold, which is nice. And that's it. Whole turn. Start the battle. Good roll. I don't really need anything. That's it. Oh, this is a scary build. So they're gonna frost me. Frosting me screws up my day. Ooh, unless I'm gonna frost them. They're blinding me. That's fine. We're blinding them back. And blind doesn't work on me. It does work on them. Sweet. Quit blinding yourself. So, this purple armor, especially with time dilator, hard countered them. They're making their purple armor right now. They don't have one yet. They needed this armor right now. Perfect. No, there's Vampire. Vampire makes it so that I gain a little bit of max health, and it makes it so that every time I hit them, I get 2 life. Is it worth it? No. The thing is, I don't really need the blueberry. I don't really need the food amulet. Maybe it's worth it. I'm gonna say no. These stupid bags. If I get 4 of these bags, then I could do something. Okay. We're good. We're so good. We don't have to worry about any of this junk. I could get second rapier. I could get mana. So this is just better than blueberry. Why is it better? 1, because it doesn't use up time dilator cooldowns. 2, because whenever I get 35 mana, instead, it'll give me 20 random buffs. Which does what? Which does nothing. Cool. So coal. Coal is actually good enough. Snowballs. Snowballs are good enough, but they're expensive. Could buy it. I'm gonna say no blueberry. Snowballs. 4 of them. So now, if they gain max HP, they gain 60% less. And we get to put 6 frost on them right at the start. Kind of cool. Good enough. I feel like something that generates buffs should go right here. But I don't know what. Okay. Dragons, but they don't increase their damage, so they can't do anything to me. They do have a katana, but it's going way too slow, so no threat. Closest thing to a threat is actually this girl power. But not really. Girl power is getting them in power, so that the dragons do start to do damage. And the Shelly does have 3 potions. Kinda good. No, I don't need another badger. How many badgers is too many badgers? I think we reached that point a while ago. Probably better than a book, though. I don't know. Should be getting the cat, I'm guessing. So the cat would speed up the sword. And it's holy. But getting it to be worth enough money is kind of a pain. To get it to be worth enough money shouldn't be that hard, but it might be. That would do it, but that takes up one of my spots. How much do I care about those spots? Maybe I don't care. Okay. So the nice thing is this speeds up the armor by 15%. And it speeds up the sword. And it speeds up time dilator. And it speeds up false life. And it speeds up crown. And it speeds up... I don't really want to speed up this one, but it does. Speeds up a good number of things. But I would be happier if it was like this. If it was like that... I have to have enough value. How do I not? Also, what am I doing with that star? Don't know. Why do I still have the bird? I guess the bird's okay. Weird. I don't know what I want at this point. Kind of got everything. Another coal. A shell for this armor. But debuffs are not the main thing that I'm doing. Not even close. Why did I sell? Don't know. Give me another of these. Start the battle. Try and get a 4th one. Change out this bag. Hey, it's again Thornbloom with prismatic wands. So this build would be a little bit scary at this point in the game, because they're like almost full build. They have tons of spikes, except that I have the snowballs. Still scary. They have 87. They might beat me. Except they're going to be blinded. Never mind. Wait, was that round 18? No way. Might be. I wasn't paying attention. Crap. This is the problem. I can't play at gold because I can't take it seriously, and I don't even know this character. Partly because I've only ever played it at low rank, so why am I going to learn it when I can just do junk like that? It was surprisingly strong. Probably wins like 10 out of 10. I don't know. Wins a bunch. Unless they have their own snowballs. But we're in gold, so they don't know how important it is to buy these snowballs, and how important it is to buy this cap. You don't want them early, but as soon as you have everything put together, you want to add these in. 1 win. They did have 2 caps. They do have a spike wall, which is good. They have crossblades, which is questionable. And they're not even speeding up the brass knuckles with the crossblades. They're doing damage, though. There's a lot of blind on me. 2 wins, but that one was close, kind of. Closer than I would have expected. This is just damage. Lots of damage and a good amount of lifesteal if they have Vamp. 6 Vamp. How else do you get more Vamp? 7 Vamp. Wait, how are they getting more? From the dagger. I think they're about to max out, though. So this doesn't really scale its damage, is their problem. They need some weapon that increases damage in some way. Was that 3 wins? Something like that. This one. Falcon Blade is kind of interesting, especially with something to increase its damage and 2 oil lamps, so they do scale their damage. This lowers the stamina cost. I don't have a shield to screw them up. So in theory, they could do pretty well. Ooh, and they have a perfect blue gem in each of these, which was expensive, but that means that they ignore armor. Sadly for them, I'm not an armor build. There are a lot of them. Wow. Oh, I'm getting frosted so much from the perfect sapphire we actually just lost. My cooldown right now. Cooldown 0.65 is not that bad. This one is a 1.75. Huh. Okay, we found something that beat us. And they did have 2 snowballs. Only 2, though. Still, screws me up. So, was that like 4 wins, 1 I don't know, I'm like so low on sleep. Been over 24 hours since I went to sleep. But I'm going to sleep after this. Why am I doing this on no sleep? I don't know. Because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't. I still don't even, I feel a little bit tired. More so, I just feel out of it. Zombie mode. Looks like we win this one. But the turtle and the shields are messing with me. Vamp, so they have scaling damage, but they don't do much. They have lots of spikes. Lots of Vamp. It's actually a really strong build. Huh. I don't think it's strong enough, but they're doing serious damage. Much damage? No, they're not doing that much. Why not? Because they're not speeding up this sword. 1.68 second cooldown. Weird. They have relic case too. So the stamina cost is not even that high. They just need to put like some gloves on it. And more speed bags. Time dilator does hurt them. But still. Weird. Nothing. They have 4 weapons. They do have this. What else do they have? They have a crown. They have a heart. And that's about it. Nothing that scares me. And they are blind. Big sorries. 2 more. This battle. No, it's just dragons. They have 2 phoenixes, which is kind of funny. Because after the first one goes off, they're not going to have enough flame for the second one. That is so much space invested in phoenixes. The only way this would work is if they had a whole bunch of these yellow bags or these yellow amulets. So that when the first one goes off, you get the flame back, then the second one could go off. But nope. One more battle. And then bedtime. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a second. This looks scary as hell. So they have mana, they have a little bit of luck. They have this, and they have this. And this one is going kind of quick. So these give them tons of empower, in theory, as soon as they hit 20 buffs of one type. And then this one will start to do crazy damage. This is also doing crazy damage. They could do some damage. All they need to do is get to 20 of one of these buffs. Mana. 20 mana. Do it. 15. You can do it, I believe in you. Why aren't you getting to 20? 26. Now it's gonna shoot up. When did I get a crown? Right, I added this at random. I added this because why? I don't even know. But for whatever reason, it just saved me a bunch of damage that they would have done. When did that crown go off? That crown went off. Yeah, it went off like right here. Because this is when they were starting to get lots of empower. 30 empower, so this thing actually does double the damage it shows because it attacks twice. This one is doing some damage. Oh, but no, they have enough luck to offset the blind. But now they do no damage. Painful. It wears off, but now I've gained max HP while that crown was going off. Too late for them. What was that? Power of the Moon just went off. No, that was a Badger Spirit, right? So that's one of the reasons this build is so broken, is I have 4 Badgers, and their heal is based off of how much max HP I have. So, 327 health. Good job, Badger. And I don't even know if that was the last one. Combat log. The problem is they'll show up multiple times. So Badger Companion. That was not it, not it, not it. I think I only used one of them. Could be wrong though. Yeah, I only dropped to half health the once. So there were still 3 more of those. They act almost like phoenixes. Like little phoenixes. Well, not really that little because I have so much max HP. Kind of fun. How do I feel about Spirit Bells? It would have been a lot better if I didn't have Time Dilator. Or at least it would have been a little bit better. I don't know. When I don't know what to do, I just build Fancy Fencing Rapier. When in doubt, this sword is strong. This is also sometimes strong, but this one is really tricky. This Amulet of Steel. I get baited into building around this one item so much. Because it's amazing. Alright. For now, that is gonna do it for this mess of an episode. I don't know what I'm doing. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.